The first one, the obvious one, is current clients. We need to look at who needs help now in the current clients. The relationship is already there. The second one beyond that is current prospects, people we're already talking to about the possibility of working together, as this can form another sort of reason on our side of the scales to work with a firm and to change from where they are to coming to us. So we've got current clients and current prospects there. We then have ex-clients. Now, by ex-clients, I don't necessarily mean the ones when they departed, we held a champagne party to celebrate their departure, but rather the ones we were sorry we lost. There's a firm up in Macclesfield in Cheshire who have a code for when they lose a client, LOC, which I obviously thought was loss of clients. And they said, no, Martin, lack of cuddling. And I was like, you know, and they actually penalise themselves when they lose a client for this reason. So there are ex-clients in many firms' histories that thought the grass was greener somewhere else, and perhaps we did drop the ball at some point, and they've gone somewhere else, but we typically haven't kept in contact, and we don't know if the new firm kept their promises, and we don't know if they've talked to them about the likelihood is according to that stats that they probably haven't, you know. So this could be a starter to reignite a conversation about the possibility of returning, and that happens pretty often. So the third one would be ex-clients. The next one would be centres of influence, which would be the referral sources, the introducers. You know, we can talk to people there. There's the obvious ones there, IFAs, banks and solicitors, but everyone goes there. So I'd ask us to consider the less obvious ones, the restaurant owner who meets every local business owner, who's got the high-end restaurant in town. I would ask the viewers to think about who's got the high-end restaurant in town, because that restaurant owner is likely to know all the great and good of the local area. The business clubs, the chambers of commerce, the Rotary clubs and so on and so forth. These centres of influence are great places to build relationships, to find out what's going on and be introduced into business that way. So I think that gives us number 4 there. Number 5 then is our wish list. Many firms carry a wish list already and don't have a reason to start a conversation with the wish list. Here's a starting point for the conversation. Then 2, I'd say, less strong avenues after that. One would be ex-inquiries, where somebody has made an inquiry via the website or has popped in one day and we've returned their call or email and we've missed them and they've come back to us and they've missed us, and it just goes back and forth and we never actually get a meeting in the diary. Ex-inquiries is another great place to go there, and I think that gives us number 6. And then of course number 7 is the proactive marketing. Is the ones that we are now going to go out to, that we're not currently talking to, that we have as in LinkedIn connections, as in subscribers to our newsletters, as in however they're coming to us. So there are 7 avenues there that we can start on to wade through immediately. And if we can only find 2 or 3, just 2 or 3 in each of those 7 categories, we've got more than enough prospects to be going on with for the next 2 to 3 months. Yeah. To work with it effectively. Obviously we can build out from there with the direct marketing that we've just been talking about, the event holding and so forth, but we can start with a short-term pipeline on those 7 avenues.
Yeah, so you've got these 7 different avenues, and I'm sure you'd approach them all slightly differently, but
you would.
Is there an order or a certain way which ones you'd go for first in terms of how you approach that pool, the collective pool of prospects?
It's variable. It's variable. Current clients we have the relationship built with, so we may want to start there. That's not hard and fast. We may want to start there. For some of us, the last people we want to talk to is our current clients. So it changes. With current prospects, you know, we may have met them once, we may be due to deliver a proposal, now there's a reason to get another date in the diary. So that might be the approach there. But I would say, however we normally do it, do that. If it's our norm to contact via email, let's contact via email. If it's our norm to pick up the phone, let's pick up the phone. It doesn't have to be complicated here. We have to want to. So with these 7 avenues, yes, there is a different approach to each one, and they will suggest themselves in that if we've lost a client historically, if ex-clients is an issue, if we've lost a client, then we might say, okay, I lost that client. We didn't end on good terms. I might not be the best person to reach out. Again, it might be better to give it to somebody else to reach out because their view of me may not be fantastic. Or I owe them an apology. You know, it should be me that reaches out. So the importance is that we explore and mine the 7 avenues. How we approach them will suggest itself.